How's it going, everyone? DB Sports back on YouTube. Tough topic today. Um, so tough, in fact, I spent the last 2.5 hours or so disc golfing and thinking about if I wanted to put out a video that I recorded earlier today. I'd actually tried recording it like 2 or 3 times before I felt good about it, and then I sat on it while playing disc golf, and I didn't like it. So I didn't feel like it really represented what point I was trying to get across, if that makes sense. Um, so, as I'm sure all of you can tell by the title and by the screen right now, the noose incident at Talladega Superspeedway turned out to be, well, not what it was thought out to be. And that was when I saw this notification pop up. Excuse me. When I saw this notification pop up on my phone, I wasn't shocked, because unlike NASCAR and the media, as I will go into later, I wanted to wait until the FBI. Once I knew the FBI was involved, I was going to wait. I wasn't going to put out a video. I was going to wait. I wanted to know the truth behind this noose that was found in Bubba Wallace, the 43 team's garage area. Lo and behold, a couple days later, this is now Tuesday night, we find out that it had been in the garage since October, per the FBI. The FBI, just by testing and whatever, and going through photos and everything, which I will show later, determined that it had been there since last October. And Jeff Gluck actually tweeted out, as you can see here, apologies for not knowing who originally created this, but it has been making the rounds and turned out to be correct. As you can see here, November of 2019, you can see it's in the background here behind this crew member of the 21 team. And so this is the fifth garage stall here on the left. Fifth garage stall here on the left. It's still here. Whether it's, just to pull down the garage or, whatever it's being used for. I assume it's just to pull down the garage door. You can see it's still hanging up there as of this weekend. And it's just hard as someone going into journalism, as somebody who is having professors tell them how important the truth is, and just to see how so many journalist outlets, how many news outlets don't wait for the facts. It's just upsetting. It's just unfortunate. It makes my stomach turn. I think Will Kane here, part of ESPN, said it best. I don't always agree with Will, but I think he's spot on here again. Excuse me. He goes, NASCAR didn't care about the truth. That's true. They didn't. Almost everyone in the media didn't care about the truth. That is also true. Almost nobody in the media cared. They didn't wait. Curiosity questions in the search for the truth were dismissed as contrarian at best, racist at worst. Media is broken. Society is broken. He goes on to say, job of the media is simple. Question, analyze, critically search for the truth. I have been taught that over the last year of my classes at Iowa State, so well done, Iowa State. But like he says, almost no one does, and that's true. It's just first one to get clicks. As soon as you can get an outlet out, as soon as you can put an article out, even if it's so far off base, as long as you're the first one to do it. First over facts is what is happening. And the reasons why are so selfish. Career or opportunism, being liked, audience building, weakness, fear. But there is a real cost to all this selfishness, and that's true. Of course, credibility, what little is left, is destroyed in the media. Also true. But more importantly, distrust is sowed in society. Real claims of racism are undercut. Divisions inflamed. People die. All because personal brand and industry projection was more important than the truth. And I don't think this could be more true. And the way that I see it is this was not a Jussie Smollett case where, you know, he faked the racism himself, and then obviously it was brought on him because nobody in the 48 team had anything to do with it. It was there long before the 43 team knew that they were going to be in that garage stall. So it's nothing like that, but that's sort of what comes to mind. That and you think of, you know, false rape cases, false sexual assault cases where, you know, the person goes to jail, does time, whatever, comes out it's not true, and then where do you go from there? So I feel like while the 43 team didn't set this up, they didn't plant this news to get publicity. Themselves and NASCAR have sort of brought it onto themselves as this victim card. And, you know, I have so much respect for Bubba Wallace. I love what he's done in NASCAR. I think it's great that he's driving. I cheer for the 43 team. I love seeing that 43 car up front. And it's just disappointing to see him go on these talk shows and go on these radio shows and have interviews and just to do all of this stuff. Excuse me. While not actually knowing the truth. He didn't know it had been there for a year. His team didn't know it had been there for a year. NASCAR didn't know it had been there for a year. And they all just went on their own ways and pretended like it was found there this week. And it just hurts that this is being taken as it is. Lo and behold, this was the original post, June 21st by ESPN. NASCAR says news found in Bubba Wallace's garage at Talladega. This is about the worst phrasing that they could have used for this incident that's going on. They could have come out and NASCAR could have said, we are investigating an incident in the Talladega Superspeedway garage area. We are waiting for more facts to arise, and we will let everyone know what is going on when we know the facts. But no. NASCAR jumped straight to the conclusion, and they put out, I'm not going to search for the tweet, I'll probably link it in the description, but they put out a tweet, and they were like, hey, we found a noose, or the 43 team found a noose in their garage area. They didn't know when it was put there. They didn't know how it got there, who put it there. They didn't know any of that. And then, of course, with all the Confederate flag being banned and Bubba Wallace driving the Black Lives Matter car, you know, with all this circulating around, they just jumped to the conclusion of this was a hate crime. Obviously. What else could it be? And it's just sad. It's just sad that everyone cares about their own being first, their own selfishness, as opposed to waiting for something to come out. They didn't know if this picture was true. They didn't know if this picture was true, like Jeff says. But it had been making the rounds on Twitter and turned out to be correct. They didn't know if this was right yet. Those people that were posting this, shame on them. They didn't know it was right yet. This could have been photoshopped. This could have been edited. They didn't know what was going on. It's just unfortunate. I hate that this is what NASCAR is dealing with right now, but they've brought it on themselves. They've brought it on themselves by not waiting for the FBI investigation to conclude before letting everybody know what was going on. And, you know, shame on the 43 team for publicizing it the way that they have. Like Bubba Wallace doing all these things, and, you know, it's just rough. I mean, I still like the guy. I'm still going to cheer for the guy, but it's just rough to see him take advantage of something like that. Take advantage of something like this. And now he's just painted with such a terrible frame because of how he handled this, and it's just a huge shit show, and it's just rough. So I know this video was a little longer than I wanted it to be, and I dragged on. So for those of you that made it to the end, thanks for listening. Leave your comments down below about how you think NASCAR and the 43 team should have handled this, about how news outlets should have handled this. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like down below. Click the subscribe button if you want to subscribe and see more, and click that bell notification. Click the bell icon to get notifications on whenever I upload videos. And I will see you guys next time. Peace out.